What's up from Minnesota again? Your weather update is it is cold, cold, cold with a dustiness snow. It's about 8 degrees out right now. The only good thing is the wind has died down a little bit. What's on my mind lately is what am I going to do with all these trucks? Got a Rustler laying there, TRX4 up there, electric slash, two-wheel drive, the Nitro Stampede, the T-Max, the E-Max, the Stampede, the Slayer Pro, got a couple minis inside, so I still want to get organized. And my thought is I got some hooks coming from Amazon that are powder coated black and 12 inches and supposed to hold 30 pounds that'll go in my pegboard. So I'm hoping they'll work to hold like a 10-pound T-Max. But my thought is all this bike stuff is going to get moved over to this bike area, move the broom, move the old dog leashes that I don't need anymore, put some of this bike stuff in the bike cabinet, which is already packed full, so we'll see how that goes. And then just like placing the T-Max up here and moving it around. About 6 there, 1 there, 3 there. I was thinking about hanging the Slayer Pro vertically there maybe. Can move the collector's plate from my 90LX that I don't have anymore, hang that maybe up there. I could hang another truck up above the window there, and then I'll still utilize this area here, so it'll kind of be all the RCs. Maybe I'll do all the electrics up there or something and all the nitros over here. We'll see. I'll play around with that once Amazon delivers those hooks, and I'll start moving stuff. I think I'm going to try to start the Nitro Stampede because I haven't done anything with it since the unboxing, and that was a while ago. So just want to get it started. I was told the motor's pretty tight on it and that I should do a break-in on it, so I will just let it idle and do a break-in in it. But it'll be fun to at least try to get it started today. And then I really want to mess around with the T-Max out in the snow and see how it does in the backyard in the actual deeper snow. So really wanting to get the Slayer Pro out again, but now we got a dustiness snow, so the street's covered, driveway's covered, so it'd just get all kinds of squirrely. So I'll wait for another dry day for that. But yeah, here in a moment I'll warm that Nitro up Stampede and see what it does. All right, got batteries in the controller. Took me a couple seconds to go, where's the batteries at for the truck? But guess what? It's just like the Rustler. Oh man. This is kind of a pain in the butt with the dual exhaust sticking out of there, huh? Yeah, it squeezes out of there. Okay, 4 more double A's. This garage is driving me nuts. There's too much everywhere. Stuff left from the holidays. A bunch of oil I need to take to recycling. I hate it when the garage gets like this. Needs to be organized. Alright. Will the electronics work? There's something. Oh yeah. We got steering, folks. Throttle. Oh yeah, that's a little brake. That's enough brake for now. Yeah, heck yeah. Everything's working. Now I'm gonna blow all the rest of the peanuts out with the compressor. That's gonna get noisy, so I'll shut the camera off for that. We're getting close. So I assume that's once where the easy start goes. But it's been converted to pull start. I do have some extra easy start stuff I could test if I want to put easy start back on it. I'll never understand why people remove easy start. or don't use some sort of roto start, especially when you're trying to tune or get something started up. It just makes things so easy. Like I said before, easy. I like easy. But I'm sure it's cheaper and probably an easier repair just to throw a pull start on something. So I get it. Maybe some people prefer that, because then there's no battery to charge too. That, I mean, simple's sometimes better too. Guess I just have to man up and rip the cord on the pull start, right? Now where's my hoses and my air gun? Are buried over here. Okay. All right. 1.5, 2, 2.5. Okay, so let's go half, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. Yeah, we'll just start 2.5. Factory settings. And I'm going to do the same for the idle. That idle gap is pretty big right now, so I'll close that up a little bit. And the low speed over there looks flush, but I'll double check that, because I made the mistake of that on my Rustler. I messed myself up on that. All right, we're going to call that good. 2.5, that gap there. For idle, low speed appears to be about flush, but man, they love to put those screws in a pain in the butt spot to get a regular screwdriver. So throw some fuel in it, warm it up, check the glow plug, see what happens. I don't know how well you can see that, but that glow plug is brand new. The guy I bought this from bought it from somebody else, didn't know the full story on it other than he was told it was a newer engine. But he was guessing, and maybe he's right, that it's possibly, maybe it was a power up and somebody replaced the engine and it's brand new, since it's nice and tight and brand new glow plug and everything looks really clean on the engine. So yeah, we'll see how it runs. All right, our Traxxas 20%. Hopefully this doesn't just come leaking out everywhere. Woo, woo, woo. There we go. I borrowed a pipette from a top secret place. Don't tell them. You know what? Haven't warmed it up yet, but I was so excited. Pipette. Be like Nitro Pimp's tickle bottle, but I'll use a pipette instead. Heat gun. Gotta warm her up, folks. All right, all warmed up. Why do I say all right every time I start a video? I don't know. It's habit, I guess. Primer feels like it's working. That fuel line's a little dusty. Yeah, the exhaust worked. That trick worked. Might have been just right there with the primer ball too. Could have been getting close. That came right out. At least I don't have a cut on my hand this time. All right. We're on. I have no clue what this is going to do. If anything, maybe we'll get nothing. Maybe I'll just cry and go inside and watch more YouTube. watch you guys do it. I really shouldn't lay that on the ground. That was dumb. You end up with sand in there. That was too easy. Woo! Yeah, baby. Woo! Idle's a little high. That's no gas. It's a self-driving car. Must have been made by Tesla. Alright, I'm going to adjust that a little bit. Maybe open my garage and get a little oxygen in here too so I don't croak today. Alright, sad news. I was just bringing the Rustler over because I'm like, oh, I'll look at the carb settings on that and see what's different about this linkage and why when I hit full brake, I'm just going to close the carb completely and starve it of fuel and stall it every time I hit the brakes, and the little wing, probably when I flipped it in the snow the other day, it's gone. I might have to go back and watch my videos, and it's probably blown far away now, but I'm still gonna go look for it. Dang it. Alright, the one difference I noticed, took me a second. These linkages are a little bit different, but very similar. That's below the servo. This is above the servo, and it keeps catching on the servo horn there. So I'm gonna try switching that around, see if it works that way. Or maybe it's supposed to be that way on a Stampede. I don't know. Gonna give it a try anyways. Alright, I got a much better idle gap now. I was wrong, it does go up top even though the Rustler goes down below. So I put that back. It was more just all this was sticking, and I needed to have the carburetor full closed when I was making all this adjustment. Probably whenever it was put back together and it wasn't ran, it was just slapped together and never tested. So, you know, the spring was in the wrong place. This was stuck. It was pinching itself, and then it was hooking on there, and then when you hit the brake it just slammed the carb all the way closed. So I'm hoping this is a little bit better, but I am running out of battery on the GoPro, so I'll idle it a little bit and go charge the GoPro, and I'll check back. Well, it died on me, but that's still a better idle than it was, and it's not revving up and trying to take off. So I'll count that a win until I get the battery charged up on the 360 here, the GoPro Max. Alright, it's still walking away a little bit, but it doesn't die when I brake. That's good. Now you know I'm from Iowa. Corn in the garage, yeah? Alright, I took it down another half turn. And she's all warmed up about 2:30. Perfect. Idling good. Well, at least she started up easy. Alright, I tweaked the low speed a little bit. Nitro Stampede up and running. Simple compared to the Rustler. This one was pretty much ready to rock. Had to putz around with the linkage. That was binding. It wasn't shutting all the way, so I had the idle set wrong, so it was running away from me. But once I got that sorted out, it sits and idles just fine now. Since the engine looks pretty new and is pretty tight, I'm going to at least run a couple tanks through it, or at least get it up to a couple hundred degrees and let it cool down a couple times before I put any real power to it. But I can already tell, just giving it a little blip in the garage, that it's going to be a wheeling machine once it gets up and running and get a chance to get it tuned correctly. But yeah, super happy with this. So I took a long pause there because I was just looking this over and thinking about, is this the late 90s version? I'm going to do some more research if anybody has some clues for me. I'm assuming it's the late 90s original Stampede because it's got a Pro 15, it's got pull start, but then you come back here and it looks like at one point it could have had easy start, like I mentioned earlier in my first video. So I don't know. Pro 15, dual exhaust, pull start. Was there a difference in chassis colors ever? Like, for instance, the Nitro Rustler brown chassis, which I have, I know is a late 90s Nitro Rustler, and then it later went to a blue chassis. For the Stampede, I know it eventually went to a model towards the end that had the 2.5 motor. So yeah, anybody has any guesses, any ideas how I can tell which vintage this is besides what I already mentioned, or if they know the answer, that'd be really cool. Later, guys.